Welcome all to the Fundamentals of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Unit 5, Introduction to Electronic Devices and Digital Electronics, session number 25. Myself, Ranganatha KV, lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Government Polytechnic for Women's, Bengaluru. Now, in this session, the contents which I am going to cover are the concept of actuators, types of actuators, applications of actuators, and relay as an actuator. What is an actuator? So, actuator is a device used to move or control a body or a mechanism in linear or rotational direction using a control signal. So these control signals can be electrical, hydraulic, pneumatic, or any actuation from human beings. Actuators which can be used to switch voltages or currents. Actuators convert an electrical signal into a corresponding physical quantity such as movement, force, sound, and etc. Actuators can be classed as either binary or continuous devices based upon the number of stable states their output has. See, a relay is a binary actuator as it has two stable states, either energized and latched or de-energized and unlatched. Relay can also be used as an actuator. A motor is a continuous actuator because it can rotate through a full 360-degree motion. Some examples of actuators: electrical relays, lights, motors, and loudspeakers. See, loudspeaker, it converts these electrical signals back into sound waves. What are the types of actuators? According to type of motion, the actuators can be classified into linear actuator and rotary actuator. And according to type of power used, these actuators can be classified as hydraulic actuator, pneumatic actuator, electrical actuator, magnetic actuator, and mechanical actuator. Now we will see one by one how each actuator operates. Linear actuators are used to move a body or the mechanism in linear direction. In other words, we can say they provide push-pull motion to a rigid body or a mechanism. This is a simple linear actuator, or you can say a relay, how it moves in linear direction. Rotary actuators are used to move a mechanism in circular motion. So DC motor, servo motors are the best examples of rotary actuators. Hydraulic actuators. See, the hydraulic actuators utilize the hydraulic power generated by a pump to create the mechanical motion, to create a mechanical action. So they consist of a cylinder and piston. Fluid action on either side of the piston is used to operate the actuator based on how the pressure is applied. So in hydraulic actuators, we will be using the hydraulic power which is generated by the pump to create a mechanical action. Pneumatic actuators. The pneumatic actuators utilizes the vacuum or compressed air to create a mechanical action. In this, the considerable amount of force can be produced with small pressure change. These actuators are more reliable, safe, low in cost, and provide quick response. They work similar to hydraulic actuators, but they utilizes the compressed air or vacuum instead of liquids. Electrical actuators. The electrical actuators are widely used in automation system. So electrical motors and linear motion solenoids are the examples of electrical actuators. So what are magnetic actuators? So the magnetic actuators utilizes the magnetic effect to generate the mechanical force and operate a mechanism. Solenoid or electrical motors also come in this category. See, the electrical motors or the electrical linear solenoids are the examples of electrical actuators. They also come in this category. The magnetic actuators can be further classified into three types: moving coil magnetic actuators, moving magnet actuator, and moving core or the ferrous material actuators. So these are the three different classifications of magnetic actuators. Mechanical actuators. So a mechanical type of actuator works by converting one type of motion into another. How it converts? By utilizing gears, pulleys, chain, etc. So manual gear operated shutter door, rack and pinion steering system are the examples of mechanical actuators. What are the applications of actuators? Where we can use these actuators? So in automation, we can use these actuators for packaging, for label, scanning and printing, for control solar panel direction, and robotic controls. In automobile industry, so we can use the actuators for car bonnet control, throttle control, door locking, and window control. In medical industry, we can use these actuators for ventilators and patient handling, and even we can use in machines. Okay, where we can use in machines, we can use these actuators in CNC machines to control the tool movement, and material handling machines and robotic welding machines. Now we will see how a relay acts as an actuator. So relay generally refers to a device that provides an electrical connection between two or more points in response to the application of a control signal. So the most common and widely used electrical relay is electromechanical relay. Shortly we will call it as EMR. So EMR stands for electromechanical relay. See the figure in these three shows how an electromechanical relay appears. These three. This this figure also shows how the electromechanical relays are appearing. The appearance of EMR. So larger power relays used for mains voltage or high current switching applications being called as contactors. The large power relays, so they will be used for mains voltage. Electromechanical relay are electromagnetic devices that convert the magnetic flux generated by the applications of a low voltage electrical control signal, either it can be AC or DC, across the relay terminals into a pulling mechanical force which operates the electrical contacts within the relay. The most common form of electromechanical relay consists of an energizing coil called the primary circuit wound around the permeable iron core. The primary circuit wound, it will be the relay will be around the permeable iron core. Relays may be normally open or normally closed. It will be having two pins called normally open or normally closed. One pair of the contacts are closed as normally open or make contacts, and another set are normally closed, or we can call it as break contacts. So in normally open position, the contacts are closed only when the field current is on and the switch contacts are pulled towards the inductive coil. But in the normally closed position, the contacts are permanently closed when the field current is off. As the switch contacts return to their normal position, this is a typical figure which shows how the relay are made up of. So the relay contacts are electrically conductive pieces of metal which touch together, completing a circuit and allow the circuit current to flow just like a switch. Relays, so it will be acting as a switch. When the contacts are open, the resistance between the contacts is very high. It will be in mega ohms, producing an open circuit condition and no current flows. This is when the contacts are open. The resistance between the contacts will be very high. It will be in terms of mega ohms. So it makes the relay condition, uh, circuit condition, it makes the no current flows in the circuit. Though electrical relays can be made up of one or more individual switch contacts, with each contact being referred as a pole. We'll call, see, these relays are made up of one or more individual switch contacts. So each contact will call it as a pole. We will see how a pole will be represented using a relay. So each one of these contacts or the poles can be connected or thrown, we can say, together by energizing the relay coils. These contacts we'll call it as SPST, single pole, single throw. SPDT, it is single pole, double throw. DPST means single pole, double pole, single throw, and DPDT means double pole, double throw. Now we will see how these are represented. See, this figure shows is a normally closed contact. See, here it is the contact tips. It is closed, and the normally open contact. See, here the contacts are open, and in this figure the contacts are closed, so establishing the connection. And here the normally open, the contacts are open, and this is the relay representation, the relay cell or the relay coil. Okay, this is the representation, and see, this shows SPST or N, this is a single pole, single throw, and it is normally open. See, there is no connection, it is normally open. And in this one shows it is a normally closed. See, the connection has been closed. So it is a single pole, single throw, normally closed. This figure shows, see here, there are two normally open contacts and two single throw it is. Double pole. There are two poles which are normally open and single throw. See, only one throw it is there. So double pole, single throw. In this figure, it shows here it is shows single pole. See, this is single pole, double throw. See this single pole and this is double throw. Once it is normally closed and it is normally open. And this shows this last figure. It shows DPDT. See, here it is. There are two poles. See, C and C. It shows two poles. That is called double pole, and here double throws. For this we have here two throws, and for this two throws. So this is double pole, double throw. Now we will see some multiple choice questions on what we have discussed so far. The first question is, a relay is a dash actuator. So it is a, so the options are binary, tertiary, both primary and tertiary, and none of the above. The answer is binary. So relay is a binary actuator. It has two stable states, that is normally open and normally closed. That is why it is a binary actuator. Second one, actuators are used to move a body in linear direction. So dash actuators are used to move a body in linear direction. So electrical, linear, hydraulic, and none of the above. The answer is B. So linear actuators are used to move a body in linear direction. Next question. DC motor is an example of dash actuator. DC motor. So it rotates for a 360 degree. So it is an example of a rotary actuator. The option is C. So there are four options: magnetic actuator, electrical actuator, rotary actuator, and D, linear actuator. Since the DC motor, it is rotating for a 360 degree, so it is a rotary actuator. The answer is C. Fourth question, actuators convert dash signal into corresponding physical quantity. Options are mechanical, physical, both mechanical and physical and electrical. So actuators converts the electrical signal into corresponding physical quantity. So the answer is D. Which of these actions does a hydraulic cylinder perform? So pushing, lifting, both pushing and lifting, none of the above. See, it is a function of an hydraulic actuator. So it will be used for both pushing and lifting. So hydraulic actuator, that is hydraulic cylinder, it performs both pushing and lifting actions. Hence the answer is C. Next question. A relay is used to dash. So a relay is used to sense the fault and detect to trip the circuit breaker. So options are break the fault current, sense the fault, and direct to trip the circuit breaker. All of the above. See, a relay is used to sense the fault. After sensing the fault, so direct the trip to circuit breaker. So answer is C. A rotary actuator can rotate through dash motion. A rotary actuator, I said, rotary actuators will be rotating for 360 degrees. So hence the answer is A. So 360 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and 0 degree are the options are given. So a rotary actuator can rotate through a full 360 degree motion. So hence the option answer is A. Pneumatic actuators utilizes dash to create the mechanical action. Pneumatic actuators, it will be using vacuum or the compressed air to create the mechanical action. So this was the function of a pneumatic actuator. Hence the options given are water, vacuum or compressed air, electrical signal, and none of the above. Since the pneumatic actuators utilizes vacuum and compressed air to create the mechanical action, the answer is B, that is vacuum or compressed air. Next question. Moving coil is a type of dash actuator. Moving coil is a type of dash actuator. So it is a type of magnetic actuator. It is one type of the moving coil is one type of a magnetic actuator. So the option C is the answer, magnetic actuator. Next question. Linear motion solenoids are the examples of dash actuators. So linear motion solenoids are the examples of dash actuators. The options are linear, electrical, rotary, and none of the above. See, the linear motion solenoids are the examples of electrical actuators. Hence the answer is option B, that is electrical. Now we'll see the LMS e-content team members. Sri Ranganatha KV, that is myself, e-content developer, Government Polytechnic for Women, Bengaluru. Shri Harish, e-content developer, Government Polytechnic, Bagyapalli. Srimati Shanta C. Mukherjee Hall, course expert, Government Polytechnic for Women, Bengaluru. And Shri Uzid Ahmad, course moderator, Imadi Halli, Bengaluru. Thank you.